different? It starts with first recognizing that people are different. The reality is that these new technologies, social, mobile, any disruptive technology, even Pinterest is becoming disruptive. Still trying to figure that one out. How many of you are on Pinterest? Oh my, wow, that's great. I'm going to have to subscribe to all of your pins so that I can better learn how to use the platform. But this is what I'm talking about. Every network that emerges opens new touch points, which means that there's a new influence point. So we have to better understand how this impacts our customer. Because the roles that they play in our market is not so disruptive today. Doesn't mean you're going out of business tomorrow. But think how long it takes your company to make a decision today. Think about something simple, maybe changing the terms in a customer service process, or trying to introduce a new technology for sales. It takes a year just to make a decision, at least. So if we're talking about changing your company, then we're talking about what? 5, 6, 7 years? The work that we do today is going to keep your company in business 10 years from now. That's what we're talking about. And so you try to have a 10-year strategy conversation with your executive because of Facebook. It's just never going to happen. But if you can show how your customer's changing, then we can show how the businesses needs to change. And by the way, this isn't new. This is something that businesses are always going to have to strive for. The difference is that technology is with us. Technology is not going away. Its rate of how it impacts our life and our world is only increasing. Yet today, I am still asked, and this is no joke, I'm still asked, when is Facebook going to go away? When will Facebook be the next MySpace? And I say, who cares? Really? 1 billion people using Facebook and you're asking me if it's a fad? That's as many people that were on the entire internet in 2005. Facebook is its own internet right now, and we're questioning. Just like we did, by the way, in Web 1.0. Do we really need e-commerce? People want to call us and buy us from a catalog. They want to come into our store. The idea of what we call a boundaryless organization was coined by Jack Welch in the 1970s when he was the CEO of GE. He realized that in order to innovate, to remain competitive, you had to create a matrix organization. You had to bring the right people together to solve problems, to pursue new opportunities. Technology today helps you do that better. This is why Jack was a leader. He took the idea of customer centricity. We need to take the idea of customer centricity and realize that there are benefits to doing it. We can't just be customer-centric because that's the new buzzword. Why are we customer-centric? Well, because Zappos is customer-centric. Well, what does that mean? Well, it means that they make more money. When I was writing the last book, Tony Hsieh revealed in a very, very transparent conversation that delivering happiness and improving customer support were not something that he woke up one morning and said, I feel like being empathetic. He said, I feel like improving relationships. I feel like improving experiences. And he studied over time businesses that have a customer-centric business model versus companies that have a margin-centric business model. And he said that he was able to prove that over time, companies that have a higher purpose or a mission outperform businesses that focus on the bottom line, always. So it's about a business case, not changing because we need to change. So I think if we had to summarize in a statement about this opportunity, it would be this quote from Michael Dell. Michael Dell, who is the CEO of a big company. about the internet. It's about the devices we use to connect one another, where social networks play a part. But what we're talking about doing is tapping into collective intelligence, collective wisdom, or collective stupidity. Either way, it should inspire us to do something great. It should inspire us to keep doing something great. I believe the social web, all of these conversations, should do for leaders what Undercover Boss does for leaders. We just have to open those doors. And it starts with having very hard conversations. See, we're as much champions or change agents as we are becoming politicians. Inside the organization, we have to have very hard conversations. We have to bring people together. We have to create alignment. We can't do it from the silo of marketing. We can't do it from the silo of social media and really think we're having a change in the organization because now we're on Facebook. We have